Thanksgiving staple. And this foie gras is 6 times as expensive. Here in Extremadura, Spain, Eduardo Sosa is one of the few people in the world making what his supporters call ethical foie gras.
Toma, bonita, toma, 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 toma. Toma, toma, bonita, toma.
Many consider foie gras to be unethical because it's typically made by force-feeding ducks or geese to fatten their livers.
Okay, another one of my favorite baby vegan techniques is like one documentary, dog. You got to watch this documentary and then it'll change your mind. And it's like, maybe that's what happened for you, but it certainly has not for me. I've seen the documentaries. Okay?
Eduardo does things differently, and it makes his product incredibly pricey. A 180-gram jar costs over $200. But what exactly makes this foie gras ethical?
Fuck, that looks good.
And why is it so expensive?
Foie gras is illegal in California, not just because everyone's a vegan. No, because everyone's gay as hell in California. Yeah, listen, dog. California also has no pistol grips for AR-15s. You don't see me fucking championing that either. Sometimes we write legislation around shit just to satisfy chirpers, okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... a lot of gun control regulation is actually fucking great. Some of it's dumb as hell. Okay? And it's just simply written because some fucking dumbass legislator was like, this is great. We'll really get a big boost here, okay?
Mi familia lleva haciendo este sistema desde que sepamos nosotros el año 1812 y desde entonces no hemos parado. Nuestro foie se produce pues de una forma muy sencilla. Nosotros tenemos una serie de gansos salvajes domesticados.
When the weather turns cold and the bird
You just buy a glass of water and get foie in the States. It's illegal. What?
migration season begins, wild geese join the tamed geese on Eduardo's farm. Here, the geese feast upon grass, acorns, olives, figs, and different seeds.
Fijaros cómo lo comen y que les encanta la bellota.
Instead of force-feeding the birds, Eduardo simply relies on the geese's natural behaviours. There are no fences here. The geese are free to come and go as they please. Eduardo says the geese eat more grass when they're free to roam. He says this is essential because the grass apparently makes the acorn.
Is it okay to hunt something to extinction for a delicacy? Genuinely wondering your take? No. No. I mean, I have limitations. It's not like fucking... No. Like, dude. And I would feel the same way about fucking chicken too, okay? No, I don't think that because I eat a shit ton of chicken doesn't mean that, like, I think we should make chickens extinct. Like, no, I'm not pro-extinction of species. What the fuck? Bro, there's geese everywhere, dog. Let me tell you, I'd stop eating foie gras real quick if geese were about to be extinct as a consequence of the foie gras.
Acorns taste sweeter to the geese.
How much longer are you going to shit on vegans tonight? It's pretty tired and it's everywhere already. I haven't shit on vegans in like years, I think. I haven't had a vegan stunlock, a good old-fashioned vegan stunlock in years. I think I did not have a single vegan stunlock in 2022, nor did I have a single vegan stunlock in 2023. I think it's been literally like 3 years or some shit since I've had a good old-fashioned vegan stunlock. Last one was in like 2021 or maybe 2022. Are you a bad enough dude to champion extinction? Fuck yeah, dude.
And the more acorns the geese eat, the tastier and yellower their livers will be. While Eduardo prefers to let the geese eat what they want, he does provide them with organic corn to make their livers more yellow.
Hace años nuestro hígado era, bueno, era mucho más oscuro que el que es ahora, ¿eh? Y entonces viendo en el mercado que la tendencia era una cosa más amarilla, más blanquita, más tal, pues se nos
Who
ocurrió
knew
de darle
sharing
maíz.
your POV was shitting on vegans? Yeah, I mean, vegans are a little sensitive. It's fine. Like, I get it. They ain't got no creatine in them bones, okay?
Ecológico,
In that
porque
muscle mass.
nos dimos cuenta que dándole
Talking to
maíz
a fucking
ecológico
big old
es
FDA-approved
como
buck
un
steak,
colorante,
baby.
entonces queda más bonito
I'm out
el
here
hígado,
fucking
¿no? El
taking
foie.
4 creatine pills of the
During
morning.
this time of year, geese stuff themselves full of food to prepare for their winter migration. This quickly builds fat.
Transgender Frylock, it's such a privileged take to say that my joy outweighs animal pain. Only then do animals matter to you. He's not shitting on vegans. He's actively saying torturing animals is cool. No, I'm saying torturing animals for yummy mouth pleasures is okay. For food. Why are you saying that he thinks torturing animals is cool? If you fucking torture a geese and then you don't fucking eat its liver, you're a piece of shit. If you torture a geese and then you derive a tremendous amount of pleasure from eating its liver, then yum. Good. I'm not even vegan. Oh God, why am I talking to you? You're not starving. Eat something. Doesn't need to be torture free to eat. Oh, shut up. Okay, stop. You're not even vegan. Shut the fuck up. Literally fucking yum, yum, yum. You eat your fucking, you drink your goddamn milk, okay, with your cereal every fucking morning. And then you're over here being like, oh, listen, wow, I really put my foot down on the torture side. Like, okay, get out of here, dude. All of you fucking dumb meat-eating motherfuckers think you got, like, the moral high ground of the situation. Like, okay, dude, you got it. Yeah, no, you guys are really doing the world a favor. This is why I was saying the California foie gras ban is for these people that are like, no, I'm doing my part. Yeah, like, are you starving, chatter? Is that why you're not a vegan? Because you're fucking starving? You live in a food desert and the only thing you have is meat. I live in a food desert, and guess what? The only product I can consume in my food desert is McDoubles. So that's really fucked up that you're saying that.
Fat and enlarges their livers, the perfect conditions for creating foie gras. When it's time for the slaughter, Eduardo uses a traditional technique to stun the geese: hypnosis. He says this makes the process as painless as possible. It happens only once a year during the coldest part of winter, when the geese have the most fat. It also has to be a moonless night.
Pues que localizamos las quedas, ¿no? Donde están los grupos de gansos, y luego con luz, vamos con una luz LED muy potente y hacemos que se queden hipnotizados, ¿saben? Las aves, cuando le da una luz fuerte, pues se quedan quietas y se quedan hipnotizadas.
This guy is still torturing them. He's hypnotizing these fucking birds, man. It's messed
De esa
up.
forma las podemos coger fácilmente y además el animal pues no sufre absolutamente nada. Es una muerte dulce, como se dice, ¿no?
Abu got it for geese. Oh man. Where was it? There was someone who said, like, oh no, someone in the chat said, I live in New York, and I think, no, foie gras torture is disgusting. No, the reason why you have a separate distinction for that, despite the fact that you don't go and fucking seek out ethical, free-range, organic chicken, is because you just don't eat it. And it's fine because it's a delicacy. It's very expensive. I think it's very expensive. It's a delicacy. It's also not for, like, every single person. Even people who try it, they might not like it. So yeah, that's the reason. It's super easy to be like, yeah, I don't want foie gras. I think it should be banned. And I'm not gonna like ride for it either. I don't give a shit. Yeah, if they ban it, they ban it. Who gives a fuck? The people that want to eat foie gras will, I'm sure, figure out a way to do it. And even if they can never have it, that doesn't change the dynamic all too much. But the reality is, like, you're not making a moral position or a moral argument. You're just making this argument because you can. It's super easy. If I were to take away whatever tasty treat you got, okay? If I were to take away whatever tasty treat you got, you'd be like, fuck no. There's a moral reason for this tasty treat to exist. I'm assuming you eat free range chicken. Not always.
Eduardo's foie gras is so highly sought after because of how flavorful it is. To preserve its unique flavor profile, Eduardo prepares his foie gras very simply.
Oof.
Hemos cogido el horno, le hemos metido
That's
leña,
crazy.
lo estamos calentando y luego lo que vamos a hacer ya en estos envases especiales para conserva es calentarlo para que se cocine y como si fuera una cocina normal, ¿vale? Esto
Look
es lo
at you
que
debate
llamarían los
perving your way out of
franceses
this. I mean, look, there's,
hígado
you
en
know,
tier.
been a
El
while.
tier es que es una pieza entera del ganso metida en el frasco.
This guy's a piece of shit. Wait, why? Bro, this guy's taking care of more animals than you have in your entire life. The only meat I eat is chicken. I'm the New York guy. I live in South New York. I have plenty of options, but I don't eat things that are bad for the environment. This is fucking horrible. Okay, you eat chicken. You know how bad? Listen, anytime you've gone to a motherfucking bodega and you say, can I get it the Aki way? And they chop that shit up for you alongside the cheese. Let me tell you something, okay? That chicken was fucking awful, okay? That chicken was stuck with a bunch of other chickens, okay? Some of them beaks were falling off and shit. Get the hell out of here. Fuck that chicken. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Fuck you mean? That chicken deserves it. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Get out of here being like, oh, dude, but the torture of the duck liver is fucking raw. It's ridiculous. No, you don't give a shit about the chicken you're consuming because you just don't eat the foie gras, which is fine. It's like a ridiculous treat. It's a ridiculous delicacy anyway.
Y cocinado, no tiene mayor historia.
Yeah, this guy's making free-range foie gras. Like, if you think that what this guy's doing is like worse than the chicken you're eating, let me tell you, you're wrong.
No lleva absolutamente nada. Es 100% natural. Y el sabor, pues, maravilloso. Un sabor muy suave. Una crema, algo increíble. Es un sabor extraordinario.
Oh.
Sabe a naturaleza.
Can you describe how this tastes? There's no way I can describe it. It's like gamey butter, I guess. I don't know. It's so unique. It's his own thing, but it's fucking incredible, dude. You get a fucking, let me tell you something, okay? Go to the bakery and you get a fucking nice warm sourdough bread. Bring that sourdough bread to your house. Fucking put it on top of a cutting board, okay? The powder off that thing flies everywhere. Take out the bread knife and you cut a big ass. Cut off a big ass slice. Then get the foie gras out of the goddamn fridge. Okay? Put that shit down there. Bam. What else do you need? I tell you, it doesn't stop there. Then you go back into the fridge. You take out some, depending on what you're into, I'm a raspberry jam kind of guy in that situation. Take that big slab of sourdough bread. Take a fucking nice heaping foie gras and you fucking put that shit right on it. And then you dip that motherfucker back into the raspberry jam and you put it on top too. You take a bite out of that. You're nutting right then and there. You see a fucking geese, you are going to shove lard down its gullet the next time you see it. I promise you. And that's before we get to the flambéed foie gras. God damn, dude. I went to that motherfucking Michelin star French restaurant in New York last time I was there, and I had that flambé foie gras there. I would literally kick a duck in the face if it meant that I could have that again. Okay? Oof. God damn. I would be punching ducks left and right. Okay? Oh my Lord. You don't understand how much I love food, chat. You are so silly. Oh, fuck ducks, dude. Yo, ducks can suck one, okay? They can suck the hose full of lard directly down their goddamn gullets so their livers get fatty enough so they can make this delicious concoction. Oh. I don't like duck meat. Yeah, no, it's so much better than duck meat. Yeah, no, duck meat is, I feel like duck meat can be a little bit dry. Like chicken is still, in my opinion, the peak of the bird, okay? But foie gras is the best part of the duck. Chicken is the driest, what? Not the American shits we eat out here. Are you kidding me? Have you ever seen American chickens? They are so fucked up. Are you out of your mind? American chickens are so juicy. They got titties for days, brother. American titties are so roided out that American titties. American chickens are so roided out. Their one titty is the size of like a French chicken, okay? And hell no, chicken ain't fucking dry. What are you talking about?
¿Sabe? Una mezcla entre bellota, semilla, hierba, un toque dulzón por los higos y da, pues bueno, es algo único, algo único.
My controversial take is that I actually prefer straight white chicken breast to the dark meat. That's my most controversial take. A lot of people find that to be weird and repulsive when I explain it to them. But yeah, no, I much prefer the breast. Great. It's got incredible macros. If it's actually done well, oh my God. What? All the rich people get flown out to eat foie gras and then they get busted and duck-free. Epstein gets suspiciously murdered in prison by a duck humanoid correctional officer. This is what you want me to... Their next take was, you don't need all that house. Get a tiny apartment and house. Some random homeless folk crying. What? What you wanted me to read? What's happening? This guy justifies animal torture and says controversial take. No, guys. Animal torture for consumption. Okay? Not animal torture because I see it and I like watching it or anything like that. That's not allowed. But when I eat it and it tastes good, then yeah. Yeah, only if it tastes delicious. A lot of you, I think, don't understand that. Or some of you understand it and refuse to acknowledge it. Because you feel like it's a better argument to make it seem like I'm out here going around doing, mini F there. What's happening? Drop some frames there. Do you think eating a 70K pizza is moral? I mean, I don't give a fuck. People spend their money on dumbass shit nonstop. But it's only immoral because it's gross. Like, here's what I think. I think the $70,000 pizza is immoral not because like, oh, it's gross abundance or whatever, but it's fucking immoral to put that many incredible like pieces, incredible decadent pieces of meat and foie gras and like, you know, bechamel parmesan together like that and just like serve it as this slop. It's no different than taking a big ass fucking cauldron and dumping all that shit in there and just like mushing it up and serving it to you like that. It's disgusting. It's dishonorable, okay? I think that you shouldn't be allowed to be a chef if you do stuff like that. It's thoughtless. So instead of saying all torture for animals is immoral, you stipulate only if it's yummy? Yes. But the torture has to contribute to its yumminess. Like, directly. Does that make sense? That's the most important designation here. That's the most important distinction here. Like duck liver, people aren't just like torturing the ducks for no good reason, you know? They're torturing the ducks because they need to get the liver fatty. That's what makes it delicious.
Entonces, cuando hacemos el proceso,
You'd be shitting your pants if we were talking about eating dogs. I guarantee you can make dog taste good. Let's hear your take now. I don't think so. And I don't feel the same way about monkeys either. Like, I don't think you can, like, there are certain meats that are not that good. First of all, I think a lot of animal meat is not that good. People think that, like, oh, you could do it for any other animal. I low-key feel as though part of the reason why we don't do that is not because of, like, ethical considerations or because we, like, really love them or whatever, but actually because it's entirely up to, like, over the 6,000 years that we've been alive, because the world is only 6,000 years old, we obviously decided on which fucking animals taste good and which don't. You know what I mean? We figured it out. So that's why, like, if you ever have a lot of these, like, other, like, rare, more exotic meats, like, they literally don't come near a cow in taste. It just doesn't. It doesn't even come near it. Like, I don't even like pork all that much, other than, you know, jamon iberico or bacon or other varieties like that. But those are super, I guess, like, that's very unique. But, like, pork chops on its own, not the biggest fan. And I think, like, it's just not that tasty. Like, the dog and cat and all these other kinds of animals are just not that tasty. We've decided which ones are, and we make food with it. As far as like dogs and cats, like people eating dogs and cats and shit, like, yeah, the reason why I think it's like weird and kind of gross is because, yeah, we have bred and domesticated dogs and cats for a very specific purpose, and like eating them is not one of them. That's why I use the horse example. Because, like, horse is the one fucking animal that, you know, you use for different, well, not the one animal, but one of the major animals that you use for different, you've bred and domesticated for different purposes, but you can still eat its meat. And even then, it's not that good. Thoughts on veal? I think it's mid. Yes. I mean, I've had good veal, but veal is, yeah, of course it's mid. It's just fucking not as fatty. That's why it's best served in as veal parmesan, breaded and fried. Veal is not premium meat. Here, I'll take it one step further. Hasan using his preconceived biases to justify mainstream unjustifiable views again. What a surprise. If you can defend not eating dogs and cats, you should go vegan or at least play some scary games at the end of the stream. Fuck you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, veal is not that good. Oh, the other thing, the best cut of the meat, chatters, for those of you who don't know, the best cut of the meat is not fucking filet mignon, okay? Everybody, that's also marketing. Ribeye, and chefs will tell you this, ribeye is the best cut of the meat, okay? It's not filet mignon. Filet mignon is simply a marketing technique, okay? Filet mignon does not have fat. It's the marbling and the fattiness of the meat that makes the meat good. It's not just simply the fucking it's not just simply the protein part of it. It's just more scarce, so people think it's better because it's more expensive. Thoughts on the allegations of you being a liar? You've been in a constant stunlock, Lamont. What do you mean? I don't think this is that big of a stunlock. It's just like we're just having a normal conversation. Not every conversation with Chad is supposed to be stunlock just because Chad is always contentious with me. I gotta pee.
También aprovechamos las pechugas para hacer este delicioso jamón. Que publicitamos siempre que el foie es algo que se debería consumir una sola vez en la vida, ¿vale? No queremos que se abuse, no es un alimento que por mucho dinero que tenga una persona no debe abusar del consumo. Es algo que hay que probar, disfrutarlo en una ocasión muy, muy, muy especial.
So despite the high demand, Eduardo won't make more than 2,000 batches a year. He says he's committed to maintaining the wild geese population and heavily discourages overconsumption, unlike most foie gras producers.
Bueno, pues la industria lo que ha hecho es aprovechar la capacidad natural del ganso de generar grasa en su hígado, pues para hacerlo industrialmente. Les ponen una temperatura para que los gansos se crean que están en invierno, le ponen un aire acondicionado muy frío, entonces, y le empiezan a dar mucha comida con una máquina que le entra en el estómago y le empiezan a meter comida. Pues que le dan de comer muchas veces, durante el día para generar muchísima grasa. Entonces el hígado se le pone bestial. Imaginaros, puede llegar a pesar hasta 2 kilos el hígado de un ganso, más o menos. Entonces, y eso lo hacen en 7-8 días, ¿vale? Cuanto en la naturaleza pues necesita un año, una vida, en fin, hay mucha diferencia. La industria ha inventado un foie aprovechando los genes del ganso, y entonces inventó un animal hecho en laboratorio que es el pato, que le llaman pato mular o pato mudo. Entonces es un animal hecho en un laboratorio, y entonces lo que hace que lo han hecho mudo para que no moleste, para que no esté dando chillos y tal, y consiguen un hígado muy grande. Ese es el foie que come todo el mundo en los restaurantes, en todo el mundo, que es lo que hay, es una barbaridad.
God damn, that's No, he's wrong with that. He's wrong about that. That's just tasty as hell.
Years, climate change has pushed back the farm's traditional foie gras making timeline.
En la época de mi padre, pues los gansos se elaboraba el producto a finales de octubre.
I just remembered my uncle in Mexico raised a pig as his pet for a while, then ate him, Lamau. That's the craziest part, because like pigs are smart as fuck too. What are they like? They have the intelligence of like a 9-year-old kid or something. I don't know how. I don't know how you do that. Is this your anti-animal jacket? What? No, dude. It's not like fucking fur or some shit. It's fake. 9-year-olds ain't smart. Yeah, but for a fucking animal, it's pretty smart to be as smart as a 9-year-old. What are you talking about? I know 9-year-olds are pretty stupid, but if your dog was as smart as a 9-year-old, you'd be like, this is the smartest dog on the planet, okay? Hello? Yes, pigs are smarter than dogs. This was the point I was trying to make. Oh, it's the intelligence of a 3-year-old. Okay, eat that dumbass. Who gives a shit? 3-year-old? Get the fuck out of here. Thoughts on octopus meat? No, I don't care. I know they're very smart, but they freak me out. I think it's gross. You shouldn't eat octopi, because they're fucking weird looking and gross. You're like eating an alien. The hell? Hubris. That's what that is. One day they will take you over and kill you. Me, on the other hand, I will be saved because they're going to be like, oh, this guy respects us. He's never eaten an octopus.
Y ahora pues nos vamos a noviembre, diciembre, enero, incluso algún año en febrero, algún año hemos tenido marzo, pero bueno, que al final lo importante es que haga frío, que las bellotas y las hierbas.
Thoughts on sea urchin? I find it unethical because you're basically removing the urchussy and eating it. Sea urchin is fucking disgusting. Like, every time I've been in an environment where I've like encountered sea urchin, everyone always swears like, no, this time it won't be fishy, I promise you. And it always is. Okay? Anybody that fucking likes sea urchin is insane. Every time they're like, no, you don't get it. This is a Michelin star sushi restaurant, okay? This sea urchin was yelled at on its way to execution. Do you understand? Your literal worst take? I think people are LARPing. I think people that say they like sea urchin are fucking LARPing, okay? Straight up. Imagine shedding 5K viewers just ranting about vegans. Dude throws on a fur coat. I love the mentality of people thinking that like 5,000 vegans left, and not because it's 7 hours in and people already know that I'm going to end the broadcast soon. And like that's the reason. That's the reason why there was 5,000 vegans in here and they were like, "Oh, I'm so upset. I'm leaving." We know how many vegans are in here, okay? Vegans back in the day used to comprise like 55 to 60% of the stun locks, despite only making up they used to make like 50% of the stun locks, despite making up like 3% of the chat.
Y todos salgan, eso que lo mismo nos da un mes más, un mes menos o 2 meses, ¿no?
Regardless of when it's made, Eduardo's foie gras, or natural foie gras as he calls it, has an extremely long waiting list every year.
Yeah, bro,
there was
I'm on it
limited
now.
demand for Eduardo's foie gras until 2006, when he and his team won the coveted Coup de Coeur award at the Seal Food Expo in Paris.
God damn, this shit
Desde
looks fire.
entonces comenzó de verdad la demanda. Bueno, fue cuando el CIFOG, la Asociación de Productores de Foie de Francia, no quiso impugnar el premio diciendo que nuestro foie al ser natural no se podía considerar foie.
You like awful meat like brain, eyes, tongue? No brain, no eyes. Tongue is sometimes fine. I love sheep intestines. This is like one of my favorite things to eat in Turkey is kokoreç. And I've had tongue too. I'm not a fan of tongue, but
Están continuamente poniéndonos demandas y están siempre que si el nombre,
so you're
que si
eating
tal.
sheep
Entonces,
shit?
para no tener conflicto.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like they famously don't clean the intestines before you eat it. Famously, like that's how that goes.
Conflicto con ellos. Siempre decimos que nuestro producto no es foie gras, ¿vale? De esa forma, nosotros ahora le denominamos foie natural gras, no foie gras.
Despite challenges and criticism from other foie gras producers, Eduardo's product has only continued to become more popular.
Te das cuenta que los grandes chefs del mundo, los mejores chefs del mundo, pues alaban el sabor, ¿no? Dicen que es algo increíble. Tenía el caso del chef Dan Barber en Estados Unidos, que dijo que era lo mejor que había probado en su vida, ¿no? La experiencia culinaria más grande de su vida.
En sevdiğim şey lan.
La batteria de Sousa's natural foie gras
56
costs
manttır buradasın.
199
Duymadın mı hiç
euros
kokoreç
and
sevdiğimi?
sells
Yuh.
out every year.
El precio no creo que baje nunca, puesto que mientras se siga produciendo a pequeña escala, pues bueno, tenemos que compensar el coste de una cría de pocos animales en muchísimo territorio, pues con el precio es algo lógico y normal.
Despite the hefty price tag, Eduardo says he doesn't see much of a profit from his foie gras. Geese require more land than other livestock. Most people in his area prefer to raise Iberian pigs, which are very profitable.
Por eso la gente, los vecinos, pues no tienen mucho interés en criar ganso. A nosotros nos ven como un poquito los locos del tema. La cría del ganso, pues bueno, es mi pasión, ¿no? Claro, no, es que es una pasión, es mi vida, es mi pasión. Mi padre me enseñó, yo estoy
How does foie
enseñando a
gras
mis
taste?
hijos.
Does it taste like liver? No, actually, I don't like liver. Liver is very... I'm actually not a fan of liver at all. But duck liver, on the other hand, is incredible.
Y lo que queremos es que esto no se pierda y que la gente, ojalá saliera más gente a producir ganso.
But it wasn't Eduardo's family who invented the natural foie gras tradition.
Fueron los hebreos los que vinieron a la península ibérica y trajeron esta cultura del antiguo Egipto, ¿no? Es una forma muy inteligente, primero de respetar al animal, segundo de obtener grasa, pues.
Why do you gotta always do this? This is the most embarrassing, cringe argument you can make. So if someone considers brown people to be less than human, it's like, vegans, don't immediately make the weirdest white supremacist argument challenge, please. Like, this is... I used to hear this so much from vegans who were completely oblivious. It's like automatically the whitest argument you can conduct. And it literally goes back to the... Like, it straight up goes back to the same thing that we joke about all the time, that, like, white women care more about, like, dogs than they care about black people. Like, a white woman will see, like, a black 14-year-old getting pressed into the fucking hot pavement in the summer by a cop and go, what did he do? He must have deserved it. But that very same white woman will walk, you know, for 5 minutes and see you walking your dog on that same pavement and stop you and go, what are you doing? Take your shoes off and touch the pavement with your feet right now. That's what your dog is touching. Vegans don't have to make that argument all the time for no reason. Very alienating. Because everybody understands that humans, like, we all have a little bit of speciesism in ourselves. We intrinsically believe, and it's like impossible to describe, but we intrinsically believe that humans are of higher value than non-human animals. Every single human believes this. And as a matter of fact, people that don't believe this are probably demonstrating some level of, like, antisocial personality disorder. Like, it's literally objectively psychotic to not feel that way. Like, there's a mental health complication going on if you don't feel that way. Okay? You are assuming everyone agrees with you? No, I'm taking it one step further. I'm saying that if you don't agree with me, there's something wrong with you. Like, 100%. Like, if you look at a situation where you think, like, an animal, okay, when push comes to shove, in a hypothetical scenario, going back to the same classic example, you're in an airplane crash. There's some livestock in the plane. They survive. Some humans survive as well. Every single person, including vegans, unless they're fucking insane, would probably eat the animals first. It's not even just livestock, though. They would then also eat the dogs first, too, before they reach the humans that they need to consume. I'm a white woman, and that was serious bullshit what you just said? Okay. Yeah, the example I gave you was totally fake and made up and not relatively commonplace. Regular life isn't life and death situations, though. I agree 100%, which is precisely why I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I'm just simply stating that that means that everyone understandably has some intrinsic speciesism and they favor human beings over non-human animals, which is precisely the reason why when people make the argument, the extreme argument of like, well, what if white people didn't see people of color as human? Then like, could you eat them then? In order to make this comparison, I'm trying to describe to why vegans are actually unironically, one, making an alienating argument, and two, an argument that they don't personally believe either. No, in a life or death situation, people eat other people too. Yes, of course. But before they eat other human beings, they would eat the animals. I don't think this is that difficult of an argument to make. And also an argument to understand. Stop. As a vegan, I'm definitely eating the black and brown people first. Yeah, okay, stop. Please stop saying that. Like, no, this person is probably not even a vegan, okay? This is what I'm saying. This is literally what I mean. Like, there's literally, there are people who actually will low-key, unironically, will do that deliberately to disparage vegans, okay? They come in here and they make these arguments specifically to disparage vegans.
Para la cocina. Ellos tenían la sabia costumbre de instalarse en los pasos de migración.
Animals just don't have the power to fight back, which is why you'd pick them over humans first. I think it's less about speciesism and more about tower dynamics. What? What are you talking about? Even if there was a dude in a fucking coma in that airplane that somehow survived, you would not eat the dude in a coma before you eat the fucking animal. It has nothing to do with being able to fight back at all. What are you saying? Think this through. Motherfuckers be like, nah, dog, we're eating the guy in the coma first, not my dog. People will be like, what are you talking about? That's my uncle. Yeah. Babies survive plane crash, get eaten immediately. Vegans are like, no, we got to eat the babies. Sorry. No, you can't touch my dogs and cats that survived the plane crash as well. We are eating the babies. Why? Because they cannot fight back. That's funny. Guy wakes out of a coma while we're eating his leg, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, sorry, you couldn't fight back. And the vegans made a really compelling argument. I'm so sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ.
De aves, como es el caso de esta granja, ¿vale? Entonces, ellos tenían una serie de gansos salvajes domesticados, ¿vale? Que domesticaban y que hacían que luego atraían los gansos silvestres a la granja, ¿vale? En épocas de migración. Pues bueno, tenemos que, gracias a estas personas, desgraciadamente, estas personas judías tuvieron que abandonar España, expulsados por los reyes católicos, con el famoso decreto de expulsión del año 1492. Nosotros, bueno, pues nos quedamos con ese legado, con esa sabiduría de estas personas, y aquí queda pues un poquito de su historia. Toma, 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 bonito, toma. Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Nice. As a real vegan, I would sacrifice myself to save the animal. Okay, shut up. Simple truth is that animals demonstrate a human language, then we just think of them as weirdly shaped people, but they don't, or we think they don't. So as most people aren't convinced of their inferiority en masse. Yeah, I mean, I think if animals could demonstrate human language, that would be an entirely different situation. So I guess we're lucky that they don't. Ethical or not, this is pretty unchill of us to do the geese. Oh my God, this is how it started. You're right, the plane crash situation is absurd, but many people think it's equally absurd to torture animals just for flavor. It's time and time again been shown in animal welfare laws passed across the US and EU. Okay, fine. I don't have a problem with this type of thing being super scarce or being forced into being made ethically. It's supposed to be a delicacy anyway. You're not supposed to have it every goddamn day. And not having it forever for the rest of my life would not be a major burden whatsoever. So I'm not like, you know, I'm not in this. This is not my fight. I'm not like I have to eat foie gras or else I will kill myself. Anyway, how do we get here? Well, we were watching the $70,000 golden pizza.
Like it. Oh yeah, that.
Also, foie gras is legal in Europe, so that person's like animal welfare argument is a little silly, I think.
Cheese is insane.
I know, I thought it would be gross, but it's actually really good.
I'm pretty sure my life has peaked. I don't know if there'll be any other moment better than this. Exquisite, marvelous, amazing.
Amazing, best pizza I've ever had. Can I just return this half of the pizza and get like 35 grand back?
Whoa, come on, dude, no.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, $76,000 for a pizza.
That's 2 of my cars.
Wow. How did we end up like this?
It was a really good pizza and a really good experience.
Now I kind of wanted to do a little bit of good. 10 grand, where are we donating it?
Donate to some food banks, some food shelters.
That's so funny. He just had a $70,000 pizza and he didn't finish it. And he's donating 10 grand to a food bank. Mr. Beast's content has changed dramatically since 2020, okay? This video is a 12-minute video of him eating a fucking psychotically decadent $70,000 pizza, 243 million views. He's definitely
We're gonna do a $10,000 donation
changed it up quite a bit since then, I just realized.
to a food bank, just to not be wasteful. $20,000 donation to a food bank.
All right, fine.
So I think we spent like over $100,000 on food today. And then a $20,000 food bank donation to kind of help make up for a little bit of that. If you could subscribe, that'd be cool. Yeah, please help.
My merch. Yo, you want me to get this?
You want to take it?
Yo, I got this. I mean, it's gonna say declined and I'm gonna sprint, but I got it. This should.
Contemporary Mr. Beast hits different, Lamau. They gave the food bank the leftovers. Yeah. Watch Ukraine news. I mean, he's definitely upped the ante quite a bit since then. All right, well, that's the last ad break that I'm running now. And